Welcome to Grammar with Lily. This week I introduced the present participle. How do we make it? Yes, base verb plus ing. I told you that we use it in two ways. One way is like a verb. I use it to make the present progressive, yes, when I use it with be. The other way to use the present participle is like an adjective. Remember that an adjective modifies or adds meaning to a noun. Let's start with some examples. That small talking boy is my son. Did you see the running dog? A flying plane drew a white line across the sky. What are the three present participles in these sentences? Talking, running, flying. How are they being used? They are all before a noun. That small talking boy, the running dog, a flying plane, each participle is part of a noun phrase, just like an adjective. Each participle is adding meaning, just like an adjective. What kind of meaning does a present participle add to a noun? It adds the idea of an action, of course. A flying plane gives me the idea of the plane moving through the air above me. But flying is not a verb here. It is just an adjective. What is the verb in that sentence about the plane? Drew, the past tense of draw, yes. So flying keeps its meaning, but it gives that meaning as an adjective before a noun, not as the verb of the sentence. If I just say a flying plane, is that a complete sentence? No, there is no verb in that sentence, only a noun phrase. In the last lesson, I told you about evoking verbs. We often use the present participle of evoking verbs like an adjective too. I heard a frightening noise. I have some very interesting news. My disappointing score means that I cannot change my major. I see three participles being used before nouns, making three noun phrases. Do you see them too? Again, the participles are not being used as verbs, but they keep the meaning of causing a feeling. So we know that a frightening noise is a noise that causes fear. Now, regular adjectives can be used in two places, before a noun or where? After a be verb, yes. An adjective can be the subject complement after be. For example, the boy is small. Adjective, describing the subject after be. What happens if I put the present participle after be? The boy is talking. Wait a minute, that's the present progressive. Talking is part of the verb now, is talking. So it is not an adjective, it is the verb. But what if I do that with an evoking verb? The noise is frightening. My news is very interesting. My mistake is embarrassing. These participles are adjectives after be, not verbs. Why? What do you think? They don't have an object. That's why. Remember, if you're using it like a verb, it must have an object. There's no object, so it's an adjective. The noise is frightening. Subject, be verb, adjective. No object. The noise is frightening the baby. Subject, present progressive verb is frightening, object. My mistake is embarrassing. Subject, verb, adjective, no object. My mistake is embarrassing me. Subject, present progressive verb, object. To review, A present participle can be an adjective when we put it before a noun. It brings an idea of action, but it is not the verb in that sentence. It is only an adjective in a noun phrase. This is true for any present participle from any action verb, including evoking verbs. All of the present participles can be adjectives before nouns. But evoking verbs can do more. The present participle of an evoking verb can also be an adjective after be, if there is no object.